Right, so something completely different for you. A bit of ploughing. Basically, I'm struggling at the minute. This is a very steep field. I'm just wondering where to start, whether to go up the bank, try and plough uphill, but I know I'm not going to be able to plough it uphill because the bank is so steep that side, so I'm going to just have to try and drag it up and down the hill. So it's made a little AB line and we're going to start off this hedge here. Right, so we're going to start here, so I'm just going to put the plough in the ground and see what happens. Make sure auto diffs on. And first thoughts, it's quite hard. You just adjust my screen so I can see everything. There, now I can see my depth and things. Make sure that's on. So it is quite stony. Just trying to keep the front in the ground. It's not the end of the world because we'll sort all this out in a minute. That's all going to be headland there, but yeah, I'm just trying to get a nice straight edge. But yeah, you can see the banks around here. This is all going back into grass, but this all needs redoing, so it's going to be quite a challenge. And you can see just how steep it is because I can't even steer into the furrow. Once I'm in there, I should be alright. And we just try and back up, get ourselves nicely lined up again, and then see how she pulls it uphill. But you can see muck's been spread on it, so it's quite sticky on top and it's quite slimy, so it just struggles for grip. So far so good, just putting that up the bank okay here. Front's in a little bit deep, so we'll adjust that on here. Just see, maybe bring the front furrow back over so it's not cutting so much. Put that back down because it's quite stony there, but it's actually not bad soil underneath. So this is my first time using a mounted plough with slatted boards. I've used the same mounted plough for quite a long time, but yeah, it's just on this brow here. Just need to put it in a little bit more because it's quite stony. Be careful with the auto reset that you don't damage anything or break a shear bolt. But no, it's going quite nice. It's just on that brow, it's a bit stony. So we've got the Mashio 6-furrow plough and fence 728. Got a, what weight block have we got on the front? 800 kilo weight block, which we need at least 2.5 really for this bank, but we'll try and make do, but there's a few fields here to do, so we better crack on. Right, so I'm having to narrow the plough right up because I just cannot get up here. I've had to go right back at the top and plough downhill because it's just not matching up at all there and there, so I'm really struggling. And I just tried to sort of scale this backwards and I started slipping down the hill. So I had to put the plough on the ground and stop me from going into the next field. So even though I've narrowed up the plough so it's taking less ground, just will not go. So the only thing you can do is try and shallow it out a little bit, but I'm going to need both hands. So we're persevering, it's going alright. We'll be on short work soon, it won't take too long, but we're just trying to scale this bank. It's not the prettiest of jobs, but it's yeah, just try and do the best we can really. But yeah, you can see the drop off. It is a fairish bank out here. But I haven't been ploughing for what, I don't know, at least 5 years now. Will it be 5 years? Yeah, it'll be getting on for 5 years. But you can see why you're struggling. You've got all that muck here, but unfortunately that's not the steep part. That bit there, that brow there, is the steep part, so the fun isn't over just yet. Right, so we're back again. We're just leaving the farm. Yeah, I was in the 728 the other day. Now I'm in Reach's 726. Gonna go ploughing again, and yeah, it's on some rape stubble, so that block's been done. Right, so we just got to this field, and there's a bit of a problem with the last tractor that was on it. I think the link, something to do with the link arm, something snapped, so hence why I'm doing this today. So the plough is in the ground back there. It looks like it's been going over quite nicely, to be fair. So it's on some rape stubble. We've got a 2.5 ton Fendt weight block here that we'll just quickly hook on, and the plough's just rested there in the ground. So spin around, put this weight on, and then back up to the plough and hook him on. So the ground here is actually quite nice compared to where we were the other day, but it's quite hard still. It's coming up in clods. But we'll just get this weight on, get this big ball out, put this little ball in. This will make the tyres squab a little bit with 2.5 tonne. That should probably do him there. So he's pretty hefty, but you need it for that plough. He's quite heavy, 6 thorough mounted. So now we're getting hooked up. I'm surprised he's still stood up because the stand isn't down yet, but shouldn't be too much of a drama. So we've managed to hook the one side on. The other side's a bit higher, so we just put the top link on and then suck it in, and that should click in place. Right, so that's the plough all hooked up. But I'll give it a quick grease and then we'll get going. Right, so just ploughed out that headland there, and now we'll start on the land work where the last person left off. So there's not too much land work left to do, so this field won't take too long. But yeah, we'll get into it. So as we go, we're just going to open our vary width up, which is on the yellow one here, and just try and straighten the ploughing out a little bit. So by opening that up, that's going to take up that curve. So we'll do it as you go, and we'll see how straight we can get it. So that's after one run, we've got a little bit straighter. So what we'll do now is we'll close the plough up, and then we'll start opening the plough as we go, because you can see there's a bit of a curve here. So what you want to do is you want to get the plough wider there. So that's 6 runs, and we've pretty much got it straight. Windows are a bit dirty, but yeah, we've pretty much got it straight. Just now, just adjusting the plough and the front furrow and things like that, just to make sure it is going over right. But it is bearing everything, which is really good. So we've got it straight now, and it's not ploughing bad at all, really. Front furrows matching up nicely. Got even depth front to back. So yeah, it's doing a good job. So now we'll just try and get over the ground as quick as we can, and get the acres ploughed. I'm just going to keep an eye on it, but I think these skims could probably be put in a little bit deeper and worked a little bit harder. Just see what they're actually doing. It's sort of throwing it like here, if you don't get the front furrow right, but that's good. You want it to chuck it like that, straight into the furrow, and then that buries it. So that's going all right at the minute, but just keep an eye on it because it might need to go in a little bit more. So the centre of the field's ploughed now. We're just doing the headland in sections, so just going forward and backing up and redoing it, but the front furrow's not really matching up there, so better put the camera down and concentrate on what I'm doing. So as I ploughed it that way and ploughed the headland that way, I'm just trying to throw a little bit more dirt here, just to try and not create like a valley here, which is quite important. So and there's divots here, so I just try and smoothen those out. So we're in the second field, we're getting across it quite nicely. Done most of the land work now, we're sort of getting on to pick work, but yeah, no, it's going over quite nice. Power Harrow should be in here working it down in a few days time, and yeah, should be a good seabed ready for a bit of wheat. So this is OSR stubble. You can see the volunteers here, but I don't know whether it's been sprayed off or not, but we're just ploughing it under and hope for the best. But it's nice to be back on a plough. I haven't ploughed in probably about 4 or 5 years when I used to work at Barrington on an organic farm. So I did like 3 years ploughing there, and yeah, I had a semi-mounted Cabernet, but now I've got the mounted Mashio. But it's a lovely job when it's going right, but it's not too bad at the minute. It's going pretty well, but when it starts sticking and everything, it's pretty disastrous and not very nice. But anyway, we plough on and we are loving it because blue sky, absolutely beautiful day. So yeah, you can't really complain, to be honest. It's a lovely day in the office. Right, so I've had a bit of breakdown with the plough, so I'll call it a day, but we've done a decent amount. Basically, I'll go back to the farm and make sure I've got the bits ready to fix the plough in the morning, and then we'll get this one done, and then this one, and then that's this farm done. But thank you all for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one for another plough video. Bye for now.